Feeling a little invisible sometimes? I know I am. Well, if you feel like the world is passing you by and you want to stand out more, you're always welcome here at Tac Tac Toys. But some people like to be invisible. Take Lieutenant Griffin, aka the Eraser, Operation Monster Force version of the Invisible Man. He works for the bad guy, the Forgotten King, and here he is doing his best to interrupt episode 53 of Flicks and Figs, but we won't let him succeed, will we? So grab some snacks, make sure you are clearly visible, or sneak away and make yourself invisible whilst we talk all the latest action figure news. And this video is not for kids, and Lieutenant Griffin might need to be invisible for his operations. And something else that's invisible but all around us is the Force. And it looks like SH Figures are giving us a Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan. So if you want him to do what he must on your collection, then here you go. We got a look at the third-party Hermit Master in the last episode of Flicks and Figs, which is only one in hiding. But here's a look at the Jedi Master from the final movie in the Clone Wars trilogy. So some flicks in the old Flicks and Figs. And welcome back to Tac Tac Toys, your home of 6-inch action figure news. And let's talk some of that action figure news. Did you know that in the original Star Wars trilogy, there was a werewolf background character in the cantina? His name is Shistavanen. What a mouthful. And I'd like to see him in Black Series someday, but until then, jumping from Obi-Wan back to Operation Monster Force, we get a look at the Big Bad Toy Store exclusive Sleepwalker Aerial Assault Trooper, available for pre-order now at Big Bad Toy Store. And are we pissing out pants with excitement yet? Taking this episode of Flicks and Figs like a champ. So from Kraken Studios, we get a look at the guy with the bat. Yes, that is the name for third-party Neegan from The Walking Dead. And he does look really good if you want to terrorize the other action figures on your shelf. Here's the man to do it. And to be the man, you got to beat the man. So, which little piggies will be going to market to pre-order this? He will be available at 5K Toys. I think Neegan is such a great charismatic character. He would make for a great bad guy on the shelf. And his counterpart Rick, or guy with the gun, ha ha ha, also known as Zombie Killer, is shipping from 5K Toys now. Can you smell what the Rick is cooking? Sorry, I don't know why I said that. I think Luciel is going to beat some sense into me. So, here is the Zombie Killer in all his glory, Carl. Carl! And the good thing about Zombie Killer is you can have the TV series version or the comic version. So if you want your Zombie Killer and guy with the bat to team up or face off against each other, here you go. And they need some zombies to fight now. A few companies are doing them. Operation Monster Force will soon have some bad guy military zombies as part of Wave 2, so they would make great bad guys for the guy with the bat and Zombie Killer to fight. And feel free to let me know your thoughts about any action figures in the video comments below. And please do smash that like button, comment and subscribe. And feel free to become a channel member to unlock exclusive content. And mon ami, charge the playing cards during your CT Toys action figures fighting in your backyards, mon cher. As CT Toys are giving us their version of Mafex Gambit, and apparently he will be the same height as the Mafex one. The link to pre-order him is available via the official CT Toy Store on AliExpress, so you can put your pre-orders in now. Woo, go ahead and make a name for yourself here. And if you want a diorama for your CT Toys Gambit to be playing cards, perhaps playing a hand or two with his favourite chair Rogue for the prize of a kiss in the X-Mansion, you can use the MMM Toys 1/12 card table and chair for that very setup. And when are we going to get a Mafex Rogue? She's up for pre-order at the moment after I double checked. And if you want, you can have your 1/12 scale action figures sit in the table and chair next to a giant can of soda, just like they have done in these photos. And keeping it with Marvel, from Gambit to Giant Man and Marvel Legends, here Mini Plastic Multiverse shows us Giant Man going berserk after his size affects his nervous system, and the Avengers have to team up to stop him. And feel free to check out Tom Mini Plastic Multiverse Instagram in the comments below. And of course, Giant Man came with a zombie head, And for some skeletons and zombies and more from the world of mythic legions, check out Cull's Cave Instagram and link to his Instagram below as well. And of course, Gambit loves his playing cards, and someone else who loves to gamble and smuggle from a galaxy far, far away is Han Solo and his Wookiee partner Chewbacca from A New Hope, shown here in all their SH Figure's glory.
And then jumping from a galaxy far, far away to Eternia, we get a look at new Eternia She-Ra on Big Bad Toy Store. And speaking of Big Bad Toy Store, if you're into customizing, the Adam body, which is a larger body type, is available for customizing, so you can make a Hulk or Kingpin, or some kind of giant horde monster for She-Ra to fight. The only limits on the character you create are your imagination.
And feel free to let me know your thoughts about any action figures in the video comments below. And please do smash that like button, comment and subscribe. And feel free to become a channel member to unlock exclusive content. And we saw She-Ra earlier, and her brother He-Man is arguably based on Conan, and those Adam bodies from Big Bad Toy Store might make for some great Conan villains. And here's the Frazetta Girls Conan sculpted by Eamon O'Donoghue, and this figure will be available via the whole shebang in the UK. And of course, in the Savage Avengers comic, Conan came to the modern Marvel 616 era and teamed up with characters like Wolverine and Punisher, and Mini Plastic Multiverse is giving us his take on Frank Castle. I'll put Tom's Instagram link below, feel free to check him out. And Frank Castle started off in the military before he became the Punisher, and later in this episode of Flicks and Figs we will be looking at a new variant of Guile. Speaking of the military, in his blue costume, I think it might be a Walmart exclusive, but don't quote me on that. And sticking with Street Fighter, here's a look at amazing Yamaguchi Street Fighter 6 Ryu, available for pre-order from Emporium of Cool. And as you can see here, you can get Ryu into all sorts of great poses. No doubt at some point down the line, Jada will do the Street Fighter 6 roster. But if you want a Ryu that can hit almost any pose, including most of his iconic ones, then amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech has you covered. And feel free to let me know your thoughts about any action figures in the video comments below. And please do smash that like button, comment and subscribe. And feel free to become a channel member to unlock exclusive content. And sticking with Street Fighter, we jump from Street Fighter 6 Ryu over to Player 2 variant blue costume Guile from Jada Toys, and he'll be available at WonderCon, and also Target, my mistake, not Walmart, although surely the blue costume would make more sense for Walmart. But what do I know? Clearly Target were ready to join Guile to kick Bison's ass. Who is man enough to fight at Target? Well, that's perhaps a video for a different channel. So do you like Blue Guile? Are you going to WonderCon? Are you all in for Jada Street Fighter? Or just the Player 1 versions? Let me know in the comments below.
And of course Guile's background in Street Fighter 2 had fighter jets in the background at some military base presumably, and Guile didn't go home and be a family man, but was a good soldier. And speaking of the military and fighter jets, here we get a look at Hal Jordan, I think, who was a fighter pilot who became Green Lantern in his Reign of the Superman outfit from McFarlane Toys. And alongside Reign of the Superman Green Lantern is Jade. So yeah, this is the tac don't know part of the video. If you wanted a Jade DC Multiverse figure, here you go. Don't know who she is, but she available. And let's go from DC to Marvel, and a shout out to all the regular YouTube channels and independent retailers.
And speaking of Marvel Legends, for all the latest Marvel Legends news and reviews, check out Dan Who Reviews, and all these other great YouTubers and UK independents selling action figures and pre-orders of action figures. If you would like any further details about these YouTube channels or the retailers shown here, let me know and I'll post them in the comments below.
And Rob Liefeld's Bloodwolf is a mix of Marvel's Deadpool and DC Lobo. And speaking of DC, here's a look at amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. And this is a very anime looking Harley that will have great levels of articulation in theory. Pick one up for Mr. J or for yourself.
And jumping back from DC to Marvel, I mentioned Deadpool in relation to Bloodwolf earlier. Here's a look at Cull's Cave latest pick of Wolverine and Deadpool from the movie. Have you seen the film? What are your thoughts? I think there's a rumour we have a Marvel Legends Blade and Cassandra Nova coming from the film. Maybe a Gambit, but I'm not totally sure about that one anyway. I'll leave a link to Cull's Instagram. Go check him out. And Deadpool and Wolverine have travelled the multiverse, and perhaps their next movie should take place in space. And of course in the comics, Marvel owns the rights to Alien now, and in space no one can hear you scream, but they might hear you collect. So from 52 Toys, a collaboration with 20th Century Fox for an official 1/12 scaled Alien. Now obviously, Nika gave us plenty of Alien figures before in the 1/10 scale, and Mezco 1/12 have given us a 1/12 Alien. This one from 52 Toys looks a bit stylized in my opinion. But it's great to have another choice and a further offering for an Alien figure in the 6 and 7 inch scales. And that's it. If you've stuck this far in the video, many thanks for watching to the end. Let's have some fun. Go write something in the comments below. Let's pick Taking It Like a Champ. For this episode of Flicks and Figs, although you don't have to, I'm just curious to see who plays along. So what did you think? Any figures that caught your eye that you fancy pre-ordering? Let me know in the comments below, and until next time, enjoy those flicks and figs.